Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kris. This is tape 2, Nexpo, well, second part Nexpo, The Darkest Lost Media Volume 2. If you guys like this one, I can check if I've done Volume 1, which I don't think I did. I know I've seen it, but it was a long time ago. It was a year ago. So I can do that one. Just let me know. Let's get into this one.
On the evening of March 9th, 2001, in the small village of Rottenburg, Germany, a man lies deceased in a bathtub. He's been here for 3 hours and is lying in a pool of his own blood. His reproductive organs are gone. His throat is wide open. And needless to say, this scene is absolutely revolting. Appealing to some of the most depraved types of people out there were a myriad of websites centering on very specific fetishes and interests, and the one that rose to mainstream prominence during the early 2000s was named none other than Cannibal Cafe. It appealed to, well, cannibals, those who legitimately desired to consume other human beings. And what festered here was a cesspool of pedophilia and vorophilia that went unchecked for years. Of course, the website staunchly claims that everything posted here is all fantasy. But is it really? In early 2001, a man going by nothing more than Frankie makes numerous posts to the Cannibal Cafe. He's searching for what he calls a young slaughter boy, and has a peculiar request. I'm searching for a young boy between 18 and 25 years old. If you have a normal body, I'll butcher you and eat your flesh. It was a disturbingly simple, to-the-point inquiry, and this post sat here, floating in the vast ocean that is the internet, for days.
I was going to say, oh, he did one of these again?
As Frankie's post garnered slivers of attention, willing volunteers trickled in. When it really came down to it, though, all of them ended up backing out. But there was one that didn't.
A
computer engineer named Bernd Brandis expresses to Frankie that he has a very specific fetish, and isn't for consuming others, but for the exact opposite. He wants to be consumed, and he wants Frankie to be the one to do it to him. Over the next few days, the two exchange contact information by email, and it's here where Brandis learns that the name Frankie is nothing but an alias. This man's real name is Armin Meiwes, and he's ready to meet as soon as possible.
I don't know if you can call it a fantasy to want to be eaten, cooked alive. My fantasy is to dive headfirst into an open crocodile's mouth. No, of course it's not a fantasy. Shut up. A fantasy is not that. Yeah. I think this guy mixed up fantasy and suicide. I think those are the things he mixed up.
It's the night of March 9th, and Brandis is on his way to Armin's home. It's unclear what exactly is on his mind, and if he even knows what's coming. However, after arriving at his residence, Brandis opens with an interesting request. He wants to have his reproductive appendage bit off and eaten, and so, complying, Mivus gives his wish a try, however is unsuccessful due to its chewiness. Resultingly, he cuts it off and throws it in a frying pan with various marinades and seasonings. However, after all of his effort, ends up burning it to the point where it's entirely inedible.
Start over, right? Just take yours now. What is the normal temperature to properly saute a penis? If anyone knows, then you should unsubscribe from my channel. I'm just kidding. Stay subscribed.
Growing weak and losing blood, Mivus escorts him to his bathroom, and over the next few minutes, places him inside the tub, feeds him a cocktail of painkillers and alcohol, slits his throat, and kisses him on the forehead as the life of Bernd Brandis fades before his eyes. 3 hours Brandis sits here as Mivus reads a Star Trek novel to pass the time. And bafflingly, during this entire fiasco, not a single thing was done without anyone's consent.
He's still alive? Damn commercials. Okay, sorry guys, sometimes I get on YouTube and I like to flex, you know what I mean? That thing does not work. Sorry, it just doesn't. It's not how that works.
Over the next few days, Armin Mivus dismembers Bernd Brandis, storing his remains in his deep freezer with nothing more than some frozen pizzas and a dead rat. Meanwhile, every single thing he's doing and has done to him is being filmed by a camera he's had on hand the entire time. All of it is documented and all of it immortalized onto one single VHS tape. Over the next 10 months, Armin consumes over 44 pounds of Bernd Brandis' flesh, taking out and cooking his body parts whenever he desired them. With this, he takes to the Cannibal Cafe to boast in explicit detail about his actions. However, it's here where Armin finally finds himself on the receiving end of trouble. By December of 2002, another member of the Cannibal Cafe reports numerous, explicitly detailed posts by Frankie to authorities, prompting a raid of his home. There, police discover numerous body parts in a single 4-hour videotape depicting the murder and dismemberment of Bernd Brandis. Because of their discovery, Armin Meiwes was immediately apprehended. However, his charges were some that authorities had no specific laws on prosecuting. Bernd Brandis, throughout this entire ordeal, was willing, which only brought considerable confusion and media attention to this case. Nevertheless, Armin Meiwes ended up with a conviction of murder and claimed that he'd done it out of sexual gratification. Today, he remains incarcerated in Frankfurt, Germany, and will, for the rest of his life, remain behind bars.
So what do you think? Do you think that, because by that standard, if the other guy is if he's allowing himself to die, but I've heard that you don't have that right, which of course you do. My body, my choice. I'll get an abortion if I want to. Huh? Wait a minute. So, man, it's tricky. Yeah, I see both sides. Not the eating part, but I don't know.
The tape that Armin filmed during his night with Bernd Brandis has never seen the light of day outside the courtroom during his trial.
Good.
Considered to be too gruesome to show to the general public, the world is left to speculate on its contents, filling in the blanks from the official story given during his testimony. To be honest, I don't quite know how to feel about this entire dilemma, as Bernd Brandis wanted all of this. He wasn't murdered against his will, but he was still murdered. Nevertheless, Armin Meiwes is a depraved man, a man who created a situation that never should have happened, and because of his actions on that fateful night, one of the darkest lost media cases out there, needlessly, was born.
Yeah, I'm mixed on this one. I don't know. Let me see something, because that one was 10 minutes. Sorry, I know this isn't what you wanted to see. I just want to see. What the hell is that? Okay, 2532. Let me see what this is. Sorry. What did I do that? It doesn't have a number. Oh, yeah, now you want to pause. An hour after I hit the button. Okay. All right, we're just gonna. Go back. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it because that was 10 minutes and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. That was one, and I apologize. If they were a little longer, I would combine them, but yeah, I'm just going to stop this one here. See how long, one of them's got to be a little bit longer. Anyways, how does this, I don't know what to say. How do you feel on this one? Because I don't. The guy wanted to die. The other guy did murder him. I think it's the cutting off and frying of the wang. And then obviously overcooking it, which, you know, at least 30 years for that. But it's the cutting the throat. I'm reading Star Trek. I know the other guy wanted that. Well, probably didn't want Star Trek, but I know that's what he wanted. But I think it's the cannibalism after that really, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm fine with him going to jail for life, and if you told me, well, look, the other guy did it, I would want, I don't know, I would want him to get something. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, like and subscribe, and until the next video, which should be tomorrow, have a good day, have a good night.